Hi, this is Mary Street, and this is Transformational Thursday, and these videos are created to help you communicate with your angels. So today I'm going to share with you 6 tips on how to communicate with your angels. So grab a piece of paper and a pen and write these steps down. So the first step is number 1, you have to believe in angels. Sorry, it's not going to help you if you don't believe in angels, but the fact that you're here, the fact that you're on YouTube watching this video tells me that in your heart you do believe in angels. For some of you who just happen to be on this video, there's no coincidence, but if you're still skeptical, here's what I would suggest. If you are not able to believe in angels or archangels, start smaller. Start in parking angels. That's actually how my husband started. Now, he was not a big believer in angels. What I used to do is I say, parking angels, please find us in space. And lo and behold, every single time it would happen. It happens so frequently, my husband would look at me and say, honey, do that parking thing that you do. Now when we find a space, he says, you know what? What do we say? Thank you, parking angels. So start there, but start in a space of believing. Step number 2. What is your intention to communicate with the angels? Why do you want to communicate with them? So think about your why, because that's really going to bring forward the essence of your communication. So when I do a angel meditation, I will literally think of a reason why I want to sit with them. Sometimes I sit with them in gratitude, and I just say, angels, thank you so much for working through me, for using me as a source of love and guidance for others. And I just want to sit here in meditation and be a part of your energy, and thank you. And literally, I receive so many benefits by just doing that. But if there's something that you really need guidance on, set your intention before you go into meditation. Number 3, you got to trust what you get. So when we go into meditation, when we're still in quiet, we've got to believe and trust in the information that we get. The first 3 minutes of what you get initially is the truth. And after that, it goes to the logical mind. So the logic's trying to override what you get. This is not tangible, okay? So this is why people have a hard time believing and trusting in angels. Electricity is not tangible either, but we know that it works. When we plug the toaster into the wall, it's going to toast our toast. So why not start there and start to build a factor of trust with the angels? The 4th factor, and I've just started to talk about this, is you've got to be still. With so much communication going on, we're on our cell phones, iPads, computers, I'm guilty of it. You've got to take time every day to sit still and be in communication with them. They are always, always trying to get your attention. Pretty soon what will happen is you'll be driving, you'll ask a question, and I'll say, you know what, Jeremiel, and I hear him say yes. And all of a sudden I'll say, well, what about this? And he goes right into the answer. The way that angels communicate is not flowery. It is just straight and to the point and very succinct. You will literally think to yourself, I could have thought that up, but it sounds so much better coming from the angels, to be honest with you. And it is the perfect guidance and the perfect wording for you. And it will totally make sense to you, okay? The next step is you've got to be open to receiving the information. That means, again, going back to the belief step and the trusting factor, you've got to be open to receiving some sort of sign or communication. When you get a sign or a symbol, and you can even ask for something specific, although I would suggest you just let them show up for you, then pay attention for the next couple of days, weeks. If you're new at this, it might take you a while to figure out, like, duh, that was a sign for me. So if you feel like it's a sign for you, now here's what I want to suggest. Become an energy sensor. No longer are you just a human being, you're a human sensor. So sense, open up your energy centers around you and sense what's coming into you. Do you get a taste? Do you get a sound? Do you hear something? Do you feel something? Do you just get a sense that someone is with you, a heavenly presence or divine presence is with you? That was my first angel communication, was telepathically. I just had a feeling of peace. So just sense, be a sensor and sense what you're getting around you. you. And the last thing I'm really highly going to suggest is that you journal. I'm not a big journaler, so I totally understand if you don't like it. But I teach in psychic development and angel development that we must journal, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to say, oh, that really didn't happen and nothing's ever happening for me. If I ask you to journal and I ask you to look 3 months back into your journal, you'll realize that you are growing in incremental steps. And in fact, things are indeed showing up for you. So it's really important to write down your hits and what you get. Take into consideration this stuff, though. When you journal, is it a good time of day for you? Do you do better in the morning, afternoon, or in the evening? Do you do better when it is a warmer day than a sunny day or rainy? So highly sensitive people get affected by the weather very easily. Are you in a space where you can actually sit there and do the practice? Sometimes people will be running around trying to do this practice right in the middle of cooking dinner. That's not going to cut it. So sit down and make an appointment with the angels at a certain time every single day and show up. Part of this is showing up. So I hope you enjoyed these tips. Now it's up to you to go and practice. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment box below. I will answer your questions the best that I possibly can. If there is something that you are curious about or you would like to know more about, please let me know. I'm making these videos for you, so I wanted to have some content, good content for you, so you can learn more about the angels. So enjoy, and I will see you next time. Blessings.